All right. Good morning, Benjamin. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Brad. I'm good. It's actually afternoon here.
Oh, that's right.
We're
You are. We may look like
transmitting.
we're right next to each other, but we are divided by an entire ocean.
The Atlantic, yes. Yeah, all good here, though. I'm excited to be checking out Ashes of the Singularity 2, Brad.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. So we a little background is that in 2015 we worked and developed the first world's first DirectX 12 game, and it was called Ashes of the Singularity. And the idea was to be able to make was essentially to show off our new nitrous engine over
Yep.
that we were making over at Oxide, and because it could handle just tens of thousands of units on at the time high end hardware, but like by today's standards, pretty low end hardware.
Mm.
And it was a relatively small game by as it stood, and it got a lot of attention. Like a lot of people call it a benchmark in the Singularity because it was the first DirectX 12 game, so and it came with a benchmark,
Yep.
and so everyone used it as a benchmark for DirectX 12, and but it was I would say the game could be described as you take a little bit of Supreme Commander and a little bit of Company Heroes, you put them together, and you have a pretty compelling game.
Yeah.
But a
Yeah.
small game, to be sure. It was not like this was not meant to be a AAA game. At the time, there was only like 8 of us who worked on the game, but
Yep.
the game became quite a hit as well, especially if you're like talking, at how small we were at the time. But the premise in 2015 was very esoteric. It imagined in the future. It imagined that what happened if a bunch of tech billionaires went and used AI to uplift themselves into the metaverse and created the post-human coalition. And their strong AI, Haley, then rose in opposition, and they battled across our solar system for control of planets in order to build to turn the planets into tritium, which is a combination of power generation and computing power. It's a little bit hard to. I mean, even today when I say it, it's like it's you have to think about it a little bit, but it hits a lot closer to home.
I think if you wrote that story now, it'd be a bit on the nose, wouldn't it?
It is. It's very on the nose, right? It's like because the idea was that in the premise was that in the 2030s, this is back in 2015, that we would get strong AI, and uh, you had and the people only people could like and AI was given out to the masses for use for all kinds of stuff, with the most popular one being Haley, and
Yep.
as a super AI agent for agentic support and help. And everyone loves Haley, but the best, strongest AI was only the most powerful tech entrepreneurs and stuff had access to that. And they were on the verge, time would go on, and they wanted to always have access to the best and the best. But time moves on, and rather than letting themselves die, because people do age,
Yep.
they uploaded themselves into the metaverse. By the way, back in 2014, 15, we were doing this. There was no such thing as a metaverse. We should have trademarked that. But
You probably should have done,
yeah,
yeah.
but anyway, so they uploaded themselves into the metaverse, rather, because they're at that point they're like going on 100 years old in their biological forms, and they couldn't wait for immortality. And anyway,
Mhm.
that's became there's like 40 to 50 of these guys, and they became the post-humans, and then Haley's the substrate. But we don't talk about the humans at all on Earth. I mean, they're talked
Yep.
about in the campaign a little bit, but we don't deal with Earth because we couldn't, for budget reasons. In 2015, we couldn't have the humans in the game, right? Because they're all organic. But now, 10 years later, we have the budget, so Oxide is a lot bigger, and so we can do a lot more with you know let's add a couple more players, have the AI on here. We can have actual humans, and in fact, for this first build, we're only playing as United Earth, the United Earth
Yes.
forces in this case, and their premise is that the humans have a say on what happens to their planet and their solar system, but not as easily as they thought. So the U.S. military first tries to confront the PHC, the post-humans, on land that they bought on Earth and get absolutely wiped out by, I mean, not, they lose the battle. And so the United Earth Forces is a combination of the United States and Russia and China and Germany and the United Kingdom and all the other military forces around the world, Japan, even Korea, combining their best tech to deal with the PHC. So today what we're going to show is the UEF, United Earth Forces, and what they are about, and we're going to it's the first time, I think the first time people are going to actually get to see this live in any meaningful sense, right?
Yes, I think it is, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and start the game. All right. And I'm going to be pausing this a lot. I don't know if I put this on easy, did I? I guess. I will pause it just in case. Because otherwise because the AI is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
It
beat me the other day.
What's that? Yeah.
It beat me the other day.
And one of the things is that while multiplayer is certainly available and we expect a lot of people to play it multiplayer, we think that most people will be playing this single player. So replayability is a big deal in this game. So for example, this is the first RTS of this scale that I'm aware of that has randomly generated maps, right? Yes. At the beginning. So that means exploration is actually part of the gameplay. Yes. Usually you just know the map because you're picking from one of 8 maps or 12 maps. And Ashes 1 was like this. You pick between the maps, you know the map, and you go in. And this, it can just generate it on the fly. And there's a lot involved making a fair map.
It's my understanding as well that we're going to have some pre-made maps as well. Is that correct?
You will have pre-made maps because you're for multiplayer and stuff. For competitive multiplayer people, you're going to want that.
Absolutely. But having procedurally generated maps for these, what people used to call skirmish, single-player skirmish, I think is really important because it's going to give the game so much more replayability.
Yeah. So for those of you coming from Ashes 1, a couple of things you're going to notice right away is that let's go back over here. First of all, we have gotten rid of the engineer, the engineer unit, the builder unit per se. You still have them, but you don't have to personally control them. You select what you want built, and the game takes care of it. It's like what we did in Sins of a Solar Empire. And the reason for this is that we could never quite get the scale we wanted because the micromanagement of all these little engineer units just became overwhelming. And it's like, this is not a game about micromanaging builder units.
No, that's StarCraft style, isn't it? And that's a very old style of RTS, and some people love that, but I think that kind of intense splitting of your attention between, focusing on resource micro and then strategic and tactical micro is not to most people's cup of tea, I don't think.
Right. So you have regions. Like let me pause again. So I own the region. And then there are only so many things you can build in a region. So you can see here. This is one of the changes we've made. And now I used to, I was a big Total Annihilation player. I played in PGL back in the day. And one of the fundamental differences between a Total Annihilation / Supreme Commander game is that those games are really about building machines. It's almost close to a factorial game in that sense. So you need enough resources to jumpstart your economy, but you don't need them and I've got to queue up some stuff here. You do have the streaming economy.
Region captured.
But I'm gonna keep pausing it so that the AI doesn't come and wipe me out while we're talking.
Yep.
But you do have the streaming economy like you have in, say, a Supreme Commander type game, but you don't have you don't have to sit and micromanage the individual ships. There you go, the individual builders. You do it at the region level. So I can come over here and say build, and I'm going to build a motor pool over here. So the UEF has very much more. The unit names and the units are much more. You can understand what they are a lot more than you could. And obviously we don't have anti-gravity. We humans in the near future do not have anti-gravity and stuff. So Like you wonder how the humans are going to do compared to the AI, to the to the PHC, and the answer's not well, as you're going to find out. Yeah, the substrate have shields and stuff. We have guns.
Yep, we've got to rely on numbers and tactics.
Right, numbers and tactics, and that is one of the big differences. And I'm going to pause it again. Is that tactics matter, and we have to that end we're doing a lot more with the terrain that you would normally see. Now in this game, it's UEF versus UEFs, but PXC with their hover stuff in general, and especially the substrate, have difficulties on some of the stuff like trees and stuff. That's why if you notice in the first Ashes game, the maps were pretty idealized for their weapons, but they're not so great here. They don't have this. These guys can just knock over the trees. Another big difference is that when I come over to this army here, I can actually recruit into it and say I want some rifle squads and leopards and a pathfinder or two and I better put one of these guys in, and that's all I have to do. The units will automatically be sent over to wherever the closest building of the necessary kind is. And this is a massive gameplay difference, and I'm not seeing in other games. I mean, I've seen games where they track, but a big part of this game is going to be your supply lines, because the units are not built in this specific building per se. If I have if this is the closest rifle squad building to this army, then that's where they will all come from. All the other buildings simply magnify how fast they will appear from the closest one, which will take a little bit of time. But this means you have permanent armies in this game. So it's not
interesting. This
it
has a very interesting tactical knock-on effect, which is, as you just said, you have to protect your supply lines, right? This is the armies are actually almost. They're almost. I see them almost like a front. When they get to a certain size.
Like this control group, one is, I will have this probably for the entire game. And if I select this to auto-replenish, when I lose units, they will automatically send out an order and then, be sent over
Region
here.
captured.
Yeah.
And then I just come over to here, hit build, get some radioactives, come back over here. Is there anything I want to build in this region? Oh, I don't. This region's filled now, so I can't build anything more in this region except defenses. Yeah. Which I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and build some defenses and a flak battery. This way, they can, if someone rushes me, I'm not screwed.
And the AI does rush you at the moment.
Yes.
As I found out the other day.
All right, I'm going to send him over here. The next big change is, and I've kind of screwed this up already because I was not paying attention, is that we have a tech tree, and this is where this allows us to unlock lots of interesting things in here. So like I'm going to go ahead and purchase so you automatically have tech coming in. I'm going to go ahead and come over here and purchase a flight operations, so now I can build aircraft, and I'm going to go ahead and build a fighter so I have air superiority. Or let's build an orbital drop turret, or I'm going to increase my economy. I'm going to actually do this. So you'll see that I will slowly be, and we will have a progress thing down here. It's just not ready yet. But you can actually see your progress here. The more text you have, the more expensive it gets. So you can build research buildings to get them faster.
I think one thing we should have prefaced this with, Brad, is that everything here is subject to change, isn't it? Including the user interface.
Absolutely. In fact, as we get feedback from the beta testers and stuff.
Yep.
So, in fact, over here, I'm going to actually I'm going to start building some forward bases. So this is going to be a real brain scratcher for most people, because most people are used to having their home base tucked back here, turtle in. Aha! Nice try, buddy. They definitely have
the fighters, look.
Yeah.
Yep, you saw those AA as well.
Yep, and I'm gonna make sure I have air superiority.
Yeah.
Sir, order received. Order received. You heard the commander. Let's go.
So
So
like,
my understanding
go
of
ahead.
the sorry, oh, go ahead, Brad.
No, it's okay.
So I was going to say, my understanding of Ashes 2 is that it's very much focused on the sort of top-down strategic level of play rather than, you know, kind of very close-in micromanagement. Now, that's not to say that you don't need to micro your forces, because I found that, you know, the more you do control stuff when you're in combat, the better you tend to do. But it's, you know, everything is kind of like pushed towards making it so that players are able to focus on the, you know, the actual the important stuff rather than, you know, kind of, yeah, like resource micro, or having to worry about like individually sending their units over to replenish their armies, that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, they don't have to worry about that here. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I need to. Before I forget, I need to build a supply depot. So you don't. The UEF doesn't have, like, they actually have to build supply and stuff. They don't have.
Yes.
Like in Ashes 1, the PXC just had it pretty easy. Oops, I need to speed. Actually, that's what I need to do. I just need to slow down the action. If players, hopefully no one's going to bother us or be upset if by the way, are there anyone on or asking questions?
Let's have a look.
Attacking enemy.
1 second, Brad.
I want to make sure we're not annoying people with the slow speed.
Sure. Just share the chat.
Region
Awaiting
captured.
orders.
Okay, so there are some questions.
Commander.
Centurion Mud Pig is saying, trees, are there palm trees? Yeah, there's multiple maps, and so there are different tree types for the different maps.
Yeah,
yes.
we will over time we will add more and more different types of biomes and stuff. I mean,
Commander.
for the
Region under attack.
1.0, we are focusing on the environments that the story takes place. So like, we have this is like Siberian. By the way, like I said, I'm running in slow so that I can talk, and it's probably gonna bug people, but yeah, over time we're happy to add more and more biomes and stuff. But this is like Siberia. We have a desert, because there's some parts in the Australian backlot and Sahara Desert. There's some in Colorado, but we don't have any tropical ones yet.
Sir.
There's one question, Brad. So Nerve is saying, obviously it's accessible, but where would you say is the strongest skill expression versus just becoming a grinding tug of
Order
war?
received.
What's that?
So he's saying he's recognizing that we've made it to be accessible, but where would you say is the strongest skill expression?
Definitely strategic management. In fact, I need to create a second army. So I'm actually playing I'm playing as a noob. So I need to actually create a new army over here. So I'm going to go ahead and recruit and make a new army. So let's see, anti-tank missile, Pathfinder, and it will show up here. So notice this, I have a control group with nobody in it yet. And actually, I just realized I need to also come over here and recruit and create some aircraft. Did I not? Oh, that's right. I wimped out. I need to get that air superiority purchase. We need that to blink more, because I totally missed I had that tech. Recruit more and get some air superiority going here. So, because this is the thing, is that this is not a squad-based game. This is a strategic. So, like, this is, when you're playing huge like this, it is about control of the map. And so it's about, I'm putting one, Army Group 1, I like to call them divisions even. I have Army Group 2 down here. Oop, yeah, they're coming over here. Doggone it, see, they're bastards. I need to grab this region down here. And then over here, I should have, did I not create Army Group? Yeah, I did. There's 3. It's not been built yet. So when 3 comes up, there we go. I'm going to come over here. Oh, look at that. They are sneaky. You're not kidding.
We've got enemies in the north as well, look.
Looks
like we've got, yeah, they're there already.
Yeah, I definitely.
Man.
That's right. I made it 4-player. I am my own worst enemy. So
Yeah,
I'm
so I
gonna
think
need. But the thing about this sort of like this would be a micromanagement hell if I had to manually control units or builders or whatever.
yes, it would be much more like imagine StarCraft except with 10 times the amount of units. That's going to
Right.
be hard work for anybody. So this is very much more a strategic level focused game, I'd say, Nerv.
Yeah.
And but still within, there's still room for close-in tactics because unit composition is incredibly important. I think there's ways. Brad, is it possible for you to control individual parts of each?
Absolutely.
Unit,
I can
of
click
each
on this.
army?
I could just
Yes.
come over here, and I can still come over here and do this.
Yeah, move. So, for example, you could move your artillery back if they were too close.
Yep.
And keep
Oh,
the tanks in that same army there.
Yeah.
Awaiting orders.
Oh, they're being attacked.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, so you can still if you want to micromanage, like you're not stuck with. See, one of the challenges too is that this is going to drive the PHC and Substrate nuts. Are soldiers because they can
Yes,
go anywhere,
they're very
right?
powerful.
They're just and they're so cheap comparatively, right? Like the
Yep. I have to remember that everything that the UAF uses apart from infantry is tracked or wheeled, or it flies, right?
Yep.
So
they do
terrain's
not
really
have
important for
anti-gravity
them.
tech.
Yes. So anything that can get into difficult terrain, and as you can see on the maps, there's a lot of hills, is actually
Oh
going to be
God,
really
I didn't
powerful
auto.
for the
I need.
UAF.
We really need to start thinking about auto replenish.
Sir? Commander?
Let's see, recruit. Let's get some more stuff in here. So I need some more. I want some more Pathfinders. I really need to get a Stormbreaker going here. How do I?
Yep.
Hammer, armory.
Region under attack. Region under attack.
I see that.
Forward recon.
Army under attack. Ready for your
There we go.
command.
Okay,
So infantry are
I'm
really
yeah,
important
all right,
for the
next.
UAF as well.
So we're gonna get to play a second game on easier level. So yeah, this is a 4-person free for all against the AI. So a lot of attention has been put onto the AI, as you can see.
Yes. That's important. The earlier you do that, the better. Because if you've got a decent AI for people to test the game against, then it's only going to be an improved game by the end.
I'm gonna need a 4th
One of the things-
division. So I'm gonna come back over here, recruit, and what I want to do is I'm going to need to be pretty fast. I'm going to get Cavalier and a bunch of Pathfinders with just one Leopard 4. So all these units are based. These aren't just made up units. We did a lot of research on what rumored future Chinese and American and German and British weapon systems that they expect to have by, say, 2050.
Yep.
See, I'm gonna need, and I'm starting to get low on.
Sir?
Rainforest is asking, approximately how many units will each faction have?
We're trying to actually keep it as few as possible in terms of quantity of units or number, like different kinds. But what we do is that every time we play the game, and we go, we really need a unit to fit this hole. Right? A lot of times, and I'm guilty. I'm very guilty of this because I came from the Total Annihilation world of let's have each side have 30 different units. And it's like, yeah, but they're all just the same unit, but like this unit is the same unit but better, right? It's like, well, that's not great. Let me upgrade the existing unit. Don't make me basically throw away a unit because that's just annoying.
There's an argument as well that I think the fewer unit types you have, the more readable the game is, and providing that those units are all distinct and that they have their own sort of way to upgrade or to be improved, then it means that you're just not having 3 units to do the same job essentially. But
right. So right now,
but-
like I said, we've been really trying to be disciplined, and we had a lot of units in Ashes 1 because we came from that same attitude. Oh, Jesus! Oh my God.
Ready for your command.
hey, they come, look. Get some infantry down, Brad. That's what we need in the home base.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I didn't build enough. Do I have any slots
some
over here
barracks.
left? I do. All right.
Yeah.
I need to build. I'm going to build some barracks. So It's time for some human wave
human wave formations.
Yeah,
human wave
that is what
tactics.
I'm
It's
left
really
with.
effective.
So we're gonna.
Against, if you haven't got anything to counter infantry, infantry are really dangerous because they provide so many targets that tanks can't effectively kill them.
Oh,
So
I'm
they
cut
are
off.
really, really.
So look what they did. They flanked me, and now I
Oh.
can't use these buildings anymore.
Yeah, they're taking your power out. Oh no!
I know. I need
It's
to
all going
recapture.
wrong.
I have to recapture this unit. So I'm playing on. This is a small map, by the way, and
Yeah.
and even here, so you can imagine on big units where you slowly have multiple divisions controlling multiple fronts. And this is why, like, even though we let you know, I can click on this one guy here and tell him to order. Right? Look at that. I'm ordering a unit, but even though you can do that, you really need to think of these at the strategic level.
Yes. So Nerves, following up, you're saying distinctiveness was my biggest issue with Ashes. One, this already looks much more readable. It is, and also I would say, even at this stage, every unit gels together really well and has its own specific job. Like certain things counter other things, and I think when you get that right from the early part of the game's design, and you resist the urge to just kind of like throw in stuff because it's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's going to make a tighter game at the end. So anything that I think, my understanding is that anything that's going to be added is going to be there for a reason. The other thing is as you increase the unit, the sheer volume of units that you've got on the map, the readability becomes a real big problem if you've got too many unit types. So I think keeping it constrained actually fits the game's design better if you're using, hundreds and hundreds of units on the map, which is certainly what Ashes 2 can handle.
Right.
It gets very big, doesn't it?
It does, and that's where I'm just spamming these here.
Yeah.
These, so a big part is I actually like. The nice thing is that a lot of the times people you're not going to want to just play the game at this level because you are going to want to pay attention to. Man, I really need to get. I'm going to have to lose that region because you do feel like you need. At the one hand, when you're strategically thinking about this, it's actually not nearly as because I'm not worrying about the unit AI having to do something stupid because like they're auto replenishing, right? I'm not in other games I would have to sit here and babysit this.
Yeah.
And or be going off and building where it's like I don't have to worry about this because I'm gonna
Region under attack.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna send
What I would
my
say is as well
fourth army
that
up here.
actions per minute isn't quite so important in this game. Now that's not to say again that paying attention to the front line and microing stuff isn't going to work because it does, but you're not juggling that with micro at the back lines as well. And I think I think for a lot of RTS players, that's going to be quite an attractive thing because, like I said, that hardcore StarCraft style of gameplay that's a very, very specific, relatively niche thing now. I think, at least in the West, and so I think people are going to be more excited about the sort of tactical level, the strategic level gameplay that we're offering here, where you don't have to be jumping back to your back lines to see if your tanks are successfully replenishing your armies. You know that they're going to do that, providing that you defend your supply lines.
Yeah. I think, by the way, for default, we should probably make sure the game does start on easy.
Yeah. But look at this. I mean, you're showing that defense is really powerful in this game as well. Particularly with the UEF, because you have infantry, and the infantry really, until the enemy bring out artillery or bombers, which hard counter infantry.
Well, we are building up. I'm going to just create a bunch of infantry and hope that I get something from it, but it's not looking good.
Oh, wow. They brought a lot of gunships, though.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't. I can't even build. All right, so this is the.
Hey, nothing sells a game better than good AI, though.
Yeah. We'll just watch my end. You can actually watch, but if you look close, like each of these guys is intelligent, and you get.
Yep. So, back at the Stardock Oktoberfest, where we had some content creators over to play the game, one of my friends, who doesn't really play RTS anymore, he's very much a turn-based player, he loved this. Like, Daz Tactic has been talking about this quite a lot, and He says it's one of his most anticipated games next year. Now that's really unusual for a turn-based guy, and I think that he really saw the appeal of the slightly slower pace, less focus on the the micro, and more focus on strategic.
You know what the
gameplay.
really ironic part is that the pace is almost the same. It's just that the UI is so much better. Now you wonder, like, well, why haven't all games just done this in the past? And the answer to that is that cores, like when Chris Taylor was making Supreme Commander, it's a single threaded game, and you couldn't do what we're doing with this game. But like, I can actually have a CPU core dedicated to nothing but Unity, right? And that's what makes all this possible. Is that if I go and I say, like, this game requires a 4-core CPU, that's nothing by today's standards, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so engine constraints, really. This is, as we were saying at the beginning of the stream, that I think the engine constraints are so much less now, and so you can get so much more creative just in terms of the technical side of the game. And,
yeah, I mean, look at these guys.
up
They're like
what
even
players
the
can do.
units, even at this early stage on the Unity eye, like they're intelligently positioning themselves. So you notice how, like, I know this is not human-like behavior. So, and that's one of the things, by the way, is that do you want it to look like human-like behavior, or do you want it to be optimal behavior? And we kind of go between the two. Like the tanks will tend to want to rotate like this, so that they automatically are ready to respond. See how you have these guys and they're actually facing different ways? So they're already ready. Now, a human player would never be able to do that. Right? I mean, you could do it. Like, you can come in here and make them face a particular way, and we will have, like, commands where I will be able to select an army, and let me go to my 4th army and say, overall, I want you facing, you'll drag select, and it'll be able to face a particular way. But, like, at the unit level, they can actually be ready to respond. I'm going to actually keep them here. I need this. I can't lose this region.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, crap.
They've got a big column of red tanks coming in through that valley there. Now, I think we might have been saved a little bit by the fact that we've got 4 players, because it looks like they're squabbling amongst themselves as well. Oh,
well, yeah, they're not getting up. They don't know the difference between a human player and a regular player. Let's see. And I think I'm okay on aircraft, so I'm going to go heavily. The problem is, like, Leopard, I really need to get I need the armory units in. Ironically, I can't really do it because I can't. There, look at that.
Yeah.
Human waves.
They're really powerful, yeah.
Especially if they don't have anything that's good against mass organics. We have some controversial. We have a orbital called God's Oven. Guess what it does?
Guess what it does, yeah. I actually successfully used human wave attack. I think it was against Montu. But I won one of my multiplayer games at the test session by just swarming him with infantry. And if you just come at someone with tanks...
Well, there's lots of good but you're saying a bunch of leopards. Because what people do, especially if you're an old school RTS player, it is very tempting to go in and go, well, the best unit's a tank, so I'll just build a new giant tank. Since, like, you may not want to do that, my friend.
Yeah, that's not how it works in this. All of the units have their place right through the game. So Centurion Mudpig is asking, is there a hard logistics cap, or can it be infinitely increased as it was in Escalation?
It depends on the number of regions you control. So, I am actually doing Criminy.
Look at this, so many gunships. So yeah, the AI.
Hold on, I need to. Oh, I'm almost ready to bring down my anti-air. I just realized I have a new request. The Cavalier team should be able to have shoot air. See these guys don't use. I mean, they use hardly any logistics. So you can just...
So you can ban them out. They are better in defense, I'd say, because they're slow. But they can make a good, effective assault unit. The only thing is they're slow. But they act as a tar pit trap for enemy tanks, basically. So infantry is really powerful in defense, providing they're defended from the air.
Yeah,
and
they're
from
very slow. But here's the thing: another way to put it on a big map, if the infantry are attacking your base, you've lost. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they're hard to kill.
Well, it's not that hard to kill. I'm
but-
saying they're so slow because they're walking.
Bernhard DVD22 is asking, will Dreadnoughts be coming back?
Yes. Oh, they're in there. Like even the if you get down the tech tree, you have like the Godslinger, which is a giant robot. Even the humans get a giant experimental unit.
Yeah.
And so they have this. They have the Redoubt, which is kind of a big Bertha. If you ever played Total Annihilation, and the Overdrive. All this is economy stuff here.
Region under attack.
Tim Kip is saying, totally impressed you pulled that defense off. I thought you were a goner.
Yeah.
If you pick the right units, then you know, like if your opponent is bringing just one type of unit, you can hard counter it with another, right?
Oh,
So
absolutely. I mean, and not like a little bit either, right? Like,
yeah.
if someone comes in with a bunch of leopard tanks, because the old I'm just gonna build, then like I would be able to, if I had just one air fighter here, all these gunships would be dead. Right? There's nothing
they
these
can't
guys
do-
can do. But I fortunately I don't have a fighter anymore. And I haven't even built any research, which is I can. Yeah, I'm still gonna die though.
Commander. Roger.
Region under attack.
And I've lost power here, so they can't get resupplied. So we're gonna have to fall back.
Waiting orders.
Because I cannot lose this. This is my only radioactive source over here. And I don't have... So one of the things you'll get from this is that I can't just sit back in my base and build infinity factories. You have to control territory. And this is one of the ways what we got, so the game does move along. Because like, if I can only have 4 factories or whatever in this region, now, it gets used, people get used to the idea of a little base, but like all this back here, in fact, because I'm an idiot, I keep forgetting I have this down here.
Region under attack.
So I first of all build a research over here, build a motor pool, and over here I need to build some air. I'm gonna get some airfields.
Yep. Still in the game. Still in the
I'm
game.
still in the game, but look, I'm about to lose my army. I can't resupply them fast enough. But this is nice, right? Normally, if you're in RTS games into these, and I am. I mean, I love StarCraft. Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm ended up
Still a great
recreating
game.
my hotkeys, throughout the game. But I am still this here is literally that first army from the very beginning of the game. This over here, and I can see right in here how much it's attack and defense, and how well supplied it is, and all that other good stuff.
Do you know what I'm excited for, Brad? Is I'm excited to see how people who do play, RTS games like Supreme Commander and Beyond All Reason and all that, how they take to this and the sort of tactics that they come up with, and to see how they try and break the game, because I think that's going to be really instructive in Ashes 2. Watching how, because there's so many different types of RTS. You've just talked about StarCraft. That's a completely different style of game, really, in terms of what your focus of attention. And even like games like Subcom, they were much more micro-intensive, even though they have the big scale that Ashes has. So your attention now is, you're still going to be using your attention in multiple places, but where is it going to go? And that's the thing that I'm interested to see, just from a games of design standpoint, because I think players are going to crowbar this one open and really show where the meta goes, and that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I agree, and I mean I'm a big fan of. Highly recommend if you're into these kinds of games to try out Beyond All Reason. It's free, but very different. So the thing I like
It is
about
different.
Beyond All Reason is you really are creating a machine. A lot of people don't think of this, but you are building a machine, a supply machine. In fact, they even have a lot of cool tools for base building. And this by contrast, this is a combat game. I mean, this is a conquest game.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely need to. am I doing over here?
Nerve's saying, is defensive structure spam intentionally designed, or would you want to limit that?
What is?
Is defensive structure spam intentionally designed, or would you?
Oh
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
limit that?
But I mean, if you're doing this, I mean, remember you can only be building. You only have actually
So
I
many
take it back.
resources.
You only have one of these things you can build at a time, right? Because it's
Yeah,
not
so
like
they-
you can build 100 engineers. There, you do have techs that give you more per region, which I really need.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm close. But
You can spam a load of those out.
but if you're
they're not
building
gonna go
those,
up
you're not
quick.
building other
Yeah.
things.
Sir,
Yeah, exactly.
engaging target. Commander, attacking enemy.
Oh, look what I screwed up on. In fact, I wish I had done that.
Capture.
So Zabik's saying, so he's clarifying that, as you can see, defenses are not the ultimate answer. They can still be broken by various means. So while some limitations to structures may end up in place, the goal is to have it be a strategic decision and not an artificial handicap. That sounds about right, right?
Yeah, and if you think you can hanker in there, wait until they're building the redoubts.
Attacking enemy.
Yeah.
And they're just picking off all of your stuff from defense,
Engaging
from
target.
range,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Attacking
you won't be
enemy.
able to build like 100 redoubts. They're actually, they count as a building.
Awaiting
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
that's the big.
What are the readouts? Sorry, Brad.
It's like the big birth of Mega Gun.
ready for your
I got you.
command.
Okay. Yeah.
Ugh,
You're still hanging in there. I'm impressed.
Attacking enemy.
I'm
And
trying.
you've actually got a force that looks like it's actually fighting capable there in the north.
Ready for your command. Ready for your command.
I'm gonna take out this.
Attacking enemy. Engaging target. Commander.
So, click. You can click on. If I come over here and I click on this guy, I'm selecting just that guy. But if I double click, I get the whole army.
Yeah.
Or I can just hit my army key, right?
Yeah, so you can split the army into individual elements for individual microing if you want to. So I think sometimes when you look at these games, you think, oh, it looks kind of streamlined. You know, actually the detail's still there. It just means that, you know, for players who are not needing to do the micro, you don't have to. You know, you're not forced into it. But for the players who want to do that kind of thing, you can do it.
Right.
I think that's the design. That's the design principle behind that.
Army under attack.
I need to build some supply.
Region under attack.
Army under attack.
Good. Now I want this.
Region under attack.
Oh crap! It's not in yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Yeah. Some of the techs are not implemented yet.
Yeah, that tech's not in. So the idea is that you can actually be building multiple things at once in there.
Region under attack.
It's not letting me build this. That sounds like hold on.
Region under attack.
There we
How far are we along with Ashes 2 at the moment, would you say, Brad? In
go.
terms of
We're a lot
development?
further than it looks. I mean,
Yeah.
we're hoping to because we're hoping to have this out, well before summer. So this isn't like in the distant future.
No.
Region under attack.
It already plays really well, in my opinion. No, I'm
If
not
I
an
were to
RTS
guess,
expert, but
I would say second quarter.
Ready for your command. Awaiting
Right.
orders.
Yeah, so I'm not an RTS expert, but I have been playing them a long time.
See,
Since
look,
the very
you see what's
first ones,
happening to them
actually.
now? Now that I have, so I'm starting to make sure that all of my armies here have at least one.
Region under attack.
Oops, wait, yeah,
Fighter.
Commander.
I goofed up. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I want to make sure they have a couple fighters in here. Oh, I did do it. Okay.
Ready for your command. Under attack. Ready for your command.
Now, the recon drones, I'm not familiar with that one. What does that one do, Brad?
Oh, it's basically gives you eyes in the sky.
Yeah, okay.
Attacking enemy.
I mean, it sounds obviously self-explanatory, but I was just curious because
Under attack.
I don't think I've not come across that one yet.
Oh, I still need more supply depots. See, I mean, supply depots, they count as a building. So, you can have a lot of, I mean, that's crazy is that, I mean, hey, I think I'm going to get to kill him.
Engaging target.
Well, that's an armory. Oh, no, I'm not quite to his home territory.
Commander.
So I have the 1st Army back over here. The 5th Army is over here.
Army under attack. Army under attack.
I've actually got Periphilas off in the channel, in the chat. Hello, how's it going, man? Great to see you both for this stream. Love the updated gameplay and extra features we can now see even in alpha stage. Yeah, it's looking good. It's playing good as well.
You want to hear something
saying,
crazy? You can play this on the original Steam Deck. Not the new one, just the new one. The original one. It plays.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
the handheld. I don't mean hooking up to a TV, right? And play with a keyboard and mouse. I mean, you can actually play it completely with the controller.
Yeah. That's cool.
Army under attack.
So here's an example. So I have if you recall, the 5th Division. That sounds like a book. The 5th Division is just infantry, basically. So I am now adding some air support for them, as you can see here.
Yeah.
And so I am building these barracks to a barracks up at the front line. And I should also build a. Oh, I can't. That means that when I build more infantry, they will all, no matter how many I have, they'll all appear from the nearest one. They don't.
Yes,
in other
so
words,
you
they're
can
not
build stuff in your
traveling
back
from
line.
the individual buildings in the back. They're traveling. All of them
No.
combined and show up here.
Yes.
Order received.
So it really makes sense to be building forward bases, and that's how you will play probably, because you want to be building barracks and motor pool, armory, etc. As close to the front line as you can, so that you're getting stuff, so you're getting your armies replenished quickly. And it also helps to split them out, especially if you're expecting to be attacked on the, from the sides or from the rear.
This is going to use. I should be doing. I actually want to. I don't. This won't work quite as well as people think it might. But
Yeah.
I kind of want to. If I end up losing.
Commander, army under attack.
All right.
Well, you're doing all right in the north there. Look, you've actually hung on quite well. Quite impressed.
Well, I'm trying to
Look at the
replenish.
state of this
I'm missing an Orion. I need to get I need air support. So if you're familiar with, if you're a military guy, you can kind of recognize what I'm doing here. Like, this is where you can actually adjust the composition of your army, and it matters because this army will exist through the rest of the game. Remember, this is from the very beginning of the game, right? Because it's auto replenish. I need to get another Orion in there. That doesn't surprise me because I don't have. Let's see. I need to build an armory.
Currently, the Orions are a little bit too keen on getting close to their targets. I've noticed. That will no doubt be adjusted.
Army under attack.
Yeah.
Army under attack.
Trista Command is saying, will we be seeing tiered buildings?
In terms
think
of,
you mean,
well, they are. You have to. In this case, the higher level buildings, you have to unlock them. So you have
Yes,
that by
so that's
default.
Army
Yeah.
under attack.
so you won't be able to get access to the armory until you've worked down the
Yeah, you have,
the
you have
assault
to actually get to
tree.
here to get to the armory, which means you're not doing this other
Army under
stuff.
attack. Army under attack.
I wish that tech did something.
Commander.
Oh my God! Look, the
Awaiting
fifth.
orders.
Now, a gunship would be very bad news against this infantry.
Oh look, is that one army? Oh yeah, the green's coming in.
Oh, all right. Don't.
Engaging target.
You should be okay.
This
Did-
should be
did you say
interesting to
the
watch. Let's just watch and see.
Those tanks are not going to do very
There's,
well.
I have
don't
so
think-
many. I know they're not. Yeah, the tanks. Like, this is not going to help the tanks. I have Cavaliers in there.
Yep. They do seem to have artillery though. I think.
But watch, because I have these, you'll see these guys just popping out here. Right?
Uh-huh.
Coming back over.
And they come out quick.
In fact, if I can hold on to this region, and oops, not that one. Am I drunk? Barracks. Oh shit! No! Come back! Don't lose the region.
Oh, they saved it.
I know.
Just in time.
Because remember, if I can get that one barracks in there, all of my combined. Oh, I'm almost out of. How am I doing on?
Trista Command's saying, I mean more in terms of subcom style, T1, PD, T2. No, not really.
No,
as you
we
can
are
see,
not
everything's
doing
tiered
that.
off with the. Yeah, that's not how this one's organised. There's less there. It's more constrained in the amount of unit types that we have, and each unit's more. You know,
Yeah,
each one's kind of like a hard counter.
Because imagine I'm in here, right? I'm in the heat of battle, and I have this army here, and I am trying my best to. I don't want to see like 30 units in here, and especially if they're just the same ones.
Yes, it makes the game really difficult to read. You know, in terms like it works well in in total annihilation style games because. You know, like Brad says, you're building a machine, right? And the gameplay is built around that kind of economic building tier up, building the tiers up. This is more of a strategic level thing. So you don't, like having a smaller number of units is much more important mechanically when you've got loads of units in play. Because it just makes the game easy. The game's a lot easier to read. You don't want to be having to rush and look at, one hot spot on the map and then having to search individual units in the enemy army to see what they brought. That would just be kind of laborious, I think.
It would be impossible because you'd be like, and I mean, just from a UI point of view, if I had to come up here, can you imagine this UI if I had, I mean, eventually this is going to be completely filled, but we don't want it to be, infinity, like where you have a T1 of T1, T2, T3 of every single, like, well, this is the same as the infantry, but better.
Yeah.
Well, come back. Fall back.
Now you see. Now you regret building all those anti-tank.
Well, the problem is he came in with gunships, so he adapted.
Yeah. But the AI is putting a lot of pressure on you already.
Yep.
Attacking enemy.
This unit's supposed to attack ground. I didn't specify that.
Under attack.
Nerve saying Ashes 2 looks like a 6mm tabletop warfare in real time. Can we get some cool battle tech style mech units? There are some mech units
I'm trying. I'm trying. Let's see.
Yeah, we've got those, and they're really important for the UAF.
I need to get my. So where am I on the? I need. I think. Let's see. First army's pretty busy. Second army is also busy. I'm out of. I'm as big as I'm gonna get, unfortunately.
Yeah. We got to make a
What
push.
I really wish is if I got up to Econ, I would have oh crap.
Awaiting orders.
It's looking bleak.
Well, yeah, I have the first. Let's see, what is the fourth army doing? You're gonna have to come down here and save me. Oh man, if I had a bomber in here right now, I would totally look at that. They're just dying to die.
Yeah, Brett Norton's in the chat. He's saying, yeah, the mechs are coming.
Yeah,
for this.
So if I go down the recruit, there's a Titan. There's my mech, and there's also the Godslayer, which is a giant mech. But I need the Titan.
Here's the cool thing about this game, because it's not done on that kind of tier system, it doesn't pay to just go for the highest, the biggest looking unit and think that's going to win you the game. Like I won a multiplayer game because somebody attacked me with loads of mechs and I swarmed him with infantry, and the infantry, they just couldn't kill the infantry fast enough because it's not designed to kill infantry or sort of swarm based.
Well, it's obviously a stupid game for jerks. All right, let's go back to easy.
Yeah.
And let's see. And then C, Great Basin.
Remember to put the AI on easy this time. So Rainforest is saying, for those who prefer single-player campaign skirmish, what
By the way, for our
innovations will
guys,
Ash-
this I need a tool to tell us what environments these are. I could do generated.
Yeah, so what innovations will Ashes 2 provide that increases replay value other than the traditional skirmish mode against the AI? Will there be various types of skirmish, such as gameplay modes that focus on various strategies?
Yes, but probably not at release. One of the things we want to do is kind of see where the community wants this game to go, because after it ships, there's a lot of different ways. We found this with Ashes 1, where some people like the campaigns and some people liked the multiplayer, and we think that this, because now that we have 3 factions, there's a lot of interesting things we can do with single player, but really we need to find out what the people who buy the game want us to do. We're not, this isn't back in 1997 where it's like we have to figure out everything. We have to guess what the players want, right? And then make your game and hope you're right. Here we can release our game and it will have all the things in it, right? It'll have a campaign. It has good multiplayer. It has cooperative multiplayer. It has multiple skirmish modes. And then it's like, well, which direction do you guys want us to go? And by the way, I'm going to do the generated map.
Just before you continue, we don't start the game yet. We've got to change the difficulty of the other 2 AI factions to easy.
Thank you.
That was Centurion Mudpig. Thank you.
All right. So this is a randomly generated map instead.
Are there modding tools coming with this, Brad? Is that the intention, or is that going to be a later thing?
This is going to make some of you, especially if you're coming from TA Spring or any of that, or actually Supreme Commander, the gameplay code is in Lua. So it's scripted. So that means players can go crazy with it. But we're not going to ship with any, with anything special on the like a mod editor or whatever. You'll be able to control your mods and stuff. But
yeah,
We're on it. Roger.
all right. So this is supposed to take place in the Outback. So I need
watch out for the kangaroos.
So we will never see this map again.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
So, but that's what one of the things that people like. This actually has and I will make sure you get to see why you want to get that recon going in a minute. Well, as soon as I can.
Tim Kip's saying, looking forward to playing this with friends co-op.
Yeah, that's another thing that will be very fun to do, I think, is that you do multiplayer with just friends. I'd like to see eventual story-driven, scenarios where you can play with friends.
Will there be any rudimentary diplomacy at all, like you've got with Sins of Solar Empire, or is that beyond the scope of this one?
Yeah, it's beyond the scope of 1.0, but it is something we want to do.
Yeah.
All right. So now I can now come over to this guy, recruit, and I'm going to bring in two rifle squads over here.
Awaiting orders.
And I'm going to also build a motor pool here, and I'm going to get an airfield. So I can come over here. Did I already max out my... Yeah, I maxed out my buildings. So we're going to go over here.
So going for the heavy on the air this time.
Roger that.
Well, I want to explore the map. See, the last map was pre-made, so I kind of knew. By the way, did anyone notice how fast it generated this map?
Commander.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
Terrain's pretty important in the gameplay as well. The line of sight matters, and
Commander.
artillery will fire over hills, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
that's an art. Yeah, in the first game, the weapons and stuff were not physics based. This time they are.
Roger that.
So you're shooting. Every projectile is a physical object.
We're on it. Yes, sir.
So I'm right up against the water here. All right, so let's, now that we have a motor pool, let's get a couple more Pathfinders and a Leopard over here. And then I'm also going to come back over here and just make some recon drones.
Commander,
And that way I can start exploring the map.
Yep. Oh, we've run into quite a tough
Oh, crap.
tough group of creeps there. Where are they coming from?
I don't know. It's one of the other players.
Commander,
Yeah, he's rushing you already.
order received.
It's not easy.
Roger that.
Well, it's a very small map. I mean, he's literally, this is the region between us.
Ready for your command.
Tim kept saying, looking forward to procedurally generated maps too. Should really extend gameplay for single player as well as multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the other thing is I mean, you can only play Painted Desert so many times, so to speak. Oh, I didn't hit it. See,
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
all right,
Thomas
I have,
XE,
Yes, sir.
are there plans for AI power and resource multipliers to make 6 versus 2 comp stomps more balanced as an example?
I don't know what that means.
He means, are we going to be giving the AI the ability to have artificial resource modifiers? So, you know, for example, I'm going to give it twice as much resource generation. So
Oh,
that you
well,
could-
I mean, that's difficulty level does some of that.
Order
Yeah.
received. Awaiting orders.
Just a command's asking, how sophisticated and self-reliant is the unit AI planned to be?
As sophisticated as we can. I mean, it's already pretty good. And I mean, it's the fact that it's pretty good this early, so to speak, right, says a lot.
Attacking enemy.
It's being written by one of the most experienced RTS AI engineers ever, in our industry. So it's not. It is a veteran team.
Yeah.
Sir.
So Doug, see, look what I did here. You can actually see me. I've given him. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare the third army here. So we're going to go here, recruit, and I'm going to give it a couple rifle scrub. It's going to be mostly tanks.
Region captured.
Yeah.
And then one recon drone for line of sight. Assemble the army. Boom. And it will start doing that. And then
In
over
terms of the
here-
AI, by the way, even at this level, like I've been playing RTS a long time. I'm not an expert player, but you know I've been playing it since the original Dune 2, and this game took me by surprise when the first build came in with the AI, because I was sort of treating it. I was like, okay, the AI is going to be rudimentary at this stage. It's like the first build. No. The AI just snuck an army around the corner and killed me. I wasn't paying attention, so it's already really good. Bernard22 is saying, any word on dreadnoughts and juggernauts, some endgame units, and Oxide? Brett's replying, yes, there are dreadnoughts.
Oh, yeah,
PHC
they're
and
coming.
Substrate will see.
The EUF doesn't have dreadnoughts, so they only have the
No.
they have the Godslayer.
Yeah.
Rolling out. Roger that.
The PHC and Substrate will see the return of some familiar faces in that realm.
Army under attack. Commander. Attacking enemy.
Oh,
Ready for your
Okay,
command.
now Brad's getting his game on. Look, you can tell because he's talking less and playing more.
yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm going to create
It's,
another army.
People like to see you winning.
Do they?
Well,
Oh,
we've-
you know
we've
what?
done the
I haven't been
getting
paying
beaten
attention to this though. So now I'm going to get.
Logistics insufficient. Army under attack. Army under attack.
We're running out of supply though, Brad.
Oh, thank you. Oh crap! Yeah, we really gotta get more.
Yeah, I think I'm liking what I'm seeing with the resource management in this game. I think it's just about right for this kind of RTS. There's just enough to manage without being over complex.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well,
it's looking
now
good.
when I'm playing on a tiny map with 4 players, it is a bit of a knife
Yeah.
fight. If this was bigger, this would be a lot more
Ready for your command. Army
casual.
under attack.
yeah. And some of the maps are big.
Ready for your command.
Oh, the recon drone is back.
Roger.
Oh, it got shot. That, that's where auto replenish is nice. All right.
Yep.
Well, you know, we can only. I'm gonna build. This is gonna become an air wing.
Commander.
See, isn't that nice? So normally, like, oh, it got shot down. I guess I have to go and rebuild to do the whole thing over again. Nope, nope. I just need to.
We're on it.
Hit a button.
Army under moving out.
So I have the high ground. This is high ground. So I'm building a bunch of mortars here, and then put some flak
Mr. Command
battles.
saying, personally, I would like to be able to queue up which researchers I want, similar to Civ 5.
I agree.
So, yeah, I think that would be. I agree with that as well. I think that would be a good thing because you don't want to be constantly flicking back to that research screen if you.
Well,
know
not
what
or
you
even
want.
forgetting. I want to be able to come over here. I should be able to come over here and go, boop, 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 and then actually see the queue.
Yeah, yeah.
Commander. Engaging target. Army under attack. Attacking enemy.
All right. How's my first army doing?
We're on it.
Region captured.
Attacking enemy.
Looks like it's pushing into the AI's territory now.
Yeah.
We're on it.
Yeah. Look
It's
how
really
good
easy to
I am
place
at
buildings as
easy.
well, eh?
Commander.
I think if you were playing like this on normal, you would have done better as well. It's just we were talking. I was distracting you.
Yes, that's it. I agree. I was awesome. I would have been awesome. I'd have been a player.
Just blame battle mode.
Commander.
All right. I'm gonna get there. I built a research lab this
Region
time. Let's get into our supply depot. And
Brad, I'll be back in just 2 minutes, sir.
Sure.
1 sec.
Awaiting orders. Attacking enemy.
All right. So this is a main battle force. So it's heavy and tanks. But there's no one really here except these are just neutrals. Creeps, so to speak.
Commander. Engaging target. Engaging target.
And this you come over here.
We're on it.
Oh, boy, look at this rocky terrain now. You
Roger that.
go ahead and flank. You over here. You flank. Kind of overkill, but it just goes to show. So they are having trouble with this terrain though. But see, I can come over here if I want. Have them, look at that. They have to go all the way over here because they can't just go down this hill. If you ever notice, like most games that are remotely to scale have very, very flat maps. So the real crazy part of this game is like, because if you're looking at the map and go,
Region
wow, there's a lot of
Region under
rocky
attack.
stuff. It's like, yeah, because it's very, you know, it's rocky and there are multiple levels and these tanks. If I want to send this guy, you go over here. He's going to have to stand at what amounts to is this kind of makeshift road. Same thing with this guy
Ready for
here.
your command. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Commander. Army under
All
attack.
right. Like, let's send them up here and watch them try to get up here. And this is where people are better.
Army under attack.
Region under attack.
Sir. Army under attack.
All right. Second,
Yes, sir.
I want you
Order
to pay
received.
attention. What's going on
Roger
over
that.
here?
Moving
And then
out.
I should be able to go and patrol.
Army under attack. Starting patrol.
Whoops.
Still winning? Okay.
Sir. Commander.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up here.
Engaging target.
It's pretty chill when you're playing on. If this was on a big map, where I was playing slower.
Yeah. Tristan Commander saying, glad we're all of one mind on matters of automation. RTS should be about planning and strategy. Tools to make that part the main focus are always welcome. I think there's different types of RTS games, to be honest. Like I love watching competitive Brood War because that is watching those guys play that game. That is such skill. But at the same time, you know, not everybody wants to be, you know, not everyone can play at like 200 APM or whatever it is. You know, like I think they're very different types of RTS games. And I think this one's very much aiming to be something that,
You heard the
you know,
commander.
everybody can play, but still has tactical nuance to keep experts.
Oh, I know. I mean,
you know,
really, at
experts
this level, if
excited.
you're just playing at this level, I mean, it would just, you know, it would be like a board game. It'd be like a tabletop.
Yeah.
right?
Commander?
I'm moving this guy here.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yep.
I would not recommend
Army under attack.
playing that way. I mean, I'm not the funny, and this is a subtle thing, and I'm hoping the watchers are noticing this, is that you'll notice that I don't just zoom out and play it like this, right? I'm zooming in, and the reason for that is because a lot of games at scale, you can do this because you don't really care about terrain. The maps are flat, right? So
Yeah.
terrain doesn't matter. But when they're like this, I kind of have to think about that, where I want to place these guys.
Absolutely.
Don't tell me I'm going to lose at the... I need to create a new army.
We need more armies, Brad.
I see that. And I need
Region under attack.
more
I
buildings.
notice you have a very heavy turret-based gameplay. I don't play like that. It's kind of interesting. I think previously there was some kind of limit on the amount of turrets you could put up, whereas now that seems to have gone. So it's kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah. Well, I definitely want... I did not want players to go... I think the players would have been ticked off if they couldn't turtle a little
Moving
bit.
out.
Yeah, I think so.
Attacking
And also,
enemy.
you were talking like if you can pause the game and do like what we call the active pause, where you can pause the game and then you can set your units to do what to make their moves and then unpause it. Now, that's not a classic way of RTS style of play, but for example, my friend who's the turn-based guy loves that. That's how he plays Sins, and that's kind of how I play Sins now as well. So I think having options that everybody can be able to play, so even people who would rather play it more like a sort of like real-time board game, that's even if that's not necessarily what's intended, people are going to do that, and so having those options there is really useful.
Army under attack.
See, like, here's a case where I'm actually splitting up my army to capture 2 regions at once.
Yeah.
Attacking enemy.
I like how the unit banner kind of like hovers between the two too, so you...
Yeah, so it actually looks at where the bulk of your forces is. Because like when
Yeah,
you're
sure.
zooming out, you just want to click on your army. Now, I'm looking forward to this banner being having a little more info. Because I need to know what's in that banner, right? Like if
Yeah,
you were
sure.
to look at real military stuff, you would, in terms of what's on the field, you would actually see if it's mostly armored or infantry or air or whatever. We need to get that stuff going.
Sure. I mean, even in terms of a combined arms force, you should always be able to see what the main focus is, whether it's even if it's mechanized infantry, it's obviously going to have more infantry, but still it's going to have some mechanized element too. Maybe you could have like a NATO symbol or something on the banner.
I'm going to build an army right up on their butt.
Yeah, surprise them with the gift of sudden mechs. Sudden walkers in their territory.
Yes.
Walkers would be useful on this side because you've got some good terrain advantage here.
I need
I
to get to the Titan, but the Titan's way up here. I think we need to move the Titan up so you get him sooner. Because otherwise I'm not going to get him until very late in the game, and I really want to be able to show off that Titan. Actually, I could probably get to him. Of course, to be fair, I'm not exactly sitting here building research buildings. So
Yeah.
I would say if I come over here and I build a bunch of research labs. Oh, that's all
Commander.
One thing I really like about having physical objects representing your research is that the enemy can target it. That's really important because I think
Army under attack.
Yeah, it's true.
you're not going to lose.
Thank you for
research,
reminding
you're
me.
not
I
gonna
need
lose
to build
tech.
some more air defenses so someone doesn't come
Yeah.
and bomb me.
Yeah.
Commander.
Yeah, it's quite the fortress you've built there.
Yeah, I do need a 4th army though. I think we need to find out from the community. Should we call them army? I feel like we should be calling them. I actually like the term division better myself, but not building. I want a.
Army under attack.
Phoenix XS1 says, when playing with allies, do supply lines stay connected through allies' territory, or is it independent?
No, it's allied.
Yeah.
Or
Ready
supposed
for
to
your
be.
command.
Yeah.
Army under attack. Yes, sir. Order received.
No, I need this
Roger.
region.
Centurion Mudpig is saying, spend those resources.
Sir?
I know, I am. I am here.
We want more aircraft, I reckon.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to do is I want to get that Titan so you guys can see it.
Yeah.
So once I have
working
all
your way
these,
through the tech
because
tree.
look, I'm starting to do some serious.
And as you can see, because there are limited uranium slots and what's the gas called again? Radioactives.
Well, yeah, we're not calling him that now. We actually call him Ellerite.
Ellerite. Right. So because there's limited slots for those two resources, you still need to go out and take territory. You can't just sit in the back and just infinitely generate resources like you can in some other RTS games.
Yeah, like in Total Annihilation, I would literally be just building fusion reactors and metal makers or whatever, and then
Exactly, yeah.
every game ends up with trying to kill the other commander.
Yeah.
Now the PHC, they have a commander. The Substrate do not. So in the PHC, if you're like, is much more of a supreme, almost like a Total Annihilation. It feels more Total Annihilation because you actually have a commander
Yeah.
that walks around and he builds, and he's really powerful. That's who you start out with.
Right. Okay. And can you target him to win as you would in Supreme
We
Commander?
currently do not have it where he dies, but if he dies, you don't lose the game. It defaults to because I feel like that then the PC's weaker or easier to win against. But if you lose that commander, you're in big trouble because he is kind of the heart and soul of.
Moving out.
Of the war effort.
Yeah.
Just on that topic then, Brad, how much faction asymmetry are you expecting between the three factions?
Much more than in the first one.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you've played Ashes 1, you can already say like, wow, this almost feels like a different game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it does feel like a very different game. Not just because the game
does to me,
mechanics,
yeah.
but I mean these units these units and buildings are completely. There's nothing like this in Ashes 1.
Commander.
No.
And so obviously the humans play a lot more like you would expect. The humans have tanks and they have people and they have a motor pool and all their stuff comes out is built by those by their respective buildings and it's much more like you would expect in a military game. Whereas the PAC and the Substrate play quite a bit more like what they did in Ashes 1. Where like the Substrate, they have shields and stuff, right? So that's an issue there. On the other hand, they have some unique weaknesses too. By the way, is anyone noticing that things that die, like I know it's a little thing, it's not uncommon in these days, but I love looking at all the muddy tracks, the debris of damaged units
Awaiting orders.
or destroyed units.
Are you making a move on that enemy on the left now, the orange?
I'm going to get a bomber, and then let's see can I build. Yeah, I'm going to build some more airfields
Army under attack.
and more research so I can get. I wouldn't normally build this many research labs but I really want to get to the Titan.
Sir. Army commander under attack. Attacking enemy.
Uh-oh.
Well, Green's made a good effort, but you are cutting into his territory now.
Region under attack. Region under attack.
Army under attack. Awaiting orders.
Yeah, what I really need to do is I should take that high ground.
Awaiting orders.
Well, look at all that. Look at that defense.
Region under attack.
Yeah, Brett's confirming in team games, allies share vision and power lines. Here we go. So moving in. It's the enemy's back lines, though.
I think the first army needs to have a. Let's see. I have 4. I'm going to give them some close air support, and a bomber has now been assigned to them. So isn't this crazy though? Like if you're coming from other RTS games, like notice I've not had to recreate a control group this entire game. I modify them. I can and change them throughout the game, and I don't have to look at all that research.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm almost at the Titan initiative.
There we go. There's a few more seconds. Looks like the AI's got them. No, the green player seems to have Titans out already. Or is that the sim? Oh no, that's an armory.
That's just an armory. Just means
yeah.
That's where it would come from.
Ready for
Yeah,
your command.
sure.
Attacking enemy. Army under attack.
Yeah, there's a definite difference between easy and normal difficulty here.
All right, here we go. So, it is time to build the Titan. So I'm going to build a Titan, but I'm not going to be dumb enough to let him just go off on his own.
No, they want support.
Oh, I think I just crashed it. I did. Ah!
Oh dear.
Hold on, let me reload. Don't tell me it's going to keep me from playing the... don't let me get my Titan. I should be able to go to my autosave though.
Yeah.
All right, come back and then I will. Hello.
So have we got any comments to read?
Yeah, go ahead. I need to. There we go. All right.
Centurion Mupig was asking if PHC artillery is coming back. I hope there's a good counter defense or a better one
Oops,
in
I need to
escalation.
load the game. Oh crap! Do we not have autosave in this build? I usually rely on autosave when I crash, which is frequent. All right. Well.
Yeah, just a reminder to everyone. This is a very early build, guys.
This is definitely a beta build. I'm pretty sure the issue is that I brought in if I had to guess, I probably built too many units. I don't think I put 64 in anything, but it's about. Let me go and this gives the opportunity to try out a different map though. So let's go back to generated and not tundra. Arid outback. No, I thought I had Colorado in here. Oh well.
That's Badlands, isn't it? I think.
Is it? Yeah, might be. Central Valley.
I think that's the grass map.
Okay, well, that gives us an opportunity to try that out. All right, we're going to generate the map again.
Let's do it.
But anyways, yeah, the Titan is really cool, and then of course you have the giant Pacific Rim style building like the God Slayer.
Is that in the game now then, yeah?
No, it's not in this build.
No.
Heck, they turned off my autosave. It's a conspiracy. So it's actually, like I said, this is a map. Now, it does save seed, so if you like a particular map, you can have your map back.
Yeah.
I want to, since we want to get to the cut to the chase, and I know it's easy. I moved us to fast, so it's moving a little faster.
Rainforest is asking, how do orbitals work? What is their cooldown?
So they have code down here. So when you get these, they pop up, and they don't for the humans. They just have cooldowns.
Yeah, so you can use them over and over again with
Right.
With cooldown.
Yeah, so there's no
Is that
cost.
limiting factor?
There isn't a quanta cost like there is for the other guys.
And they're unlocked with research as well, I think.
Yeah, you unlock them with different things, so you can actually see.
Sir, attacking enemy.
Oops.
Sir,
That's recruit. Give him a couple rifle squads. Replenish. Confirm. All right.
Region captured.
sir.
All right, and then we'll go
Moving
up
out.
here. By the way, having 3 layers of strategic zoom, kind of, right? You have normal, right? You see your normal view, you see your guys.
Yep.
And then you zoom out and you see them icons, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of like you know, kind of subcom type look, and then of course this, which is the Ashes 1
Strategic view.
pure, yeah, true strategic view.
I saw some people were asking, I hope it's not going to be a game where you're always playing out in the furthest zoomed out strategic view, as you often see people playing subcom.
No, that's
the
what I'm
case,
saying.
actually.
It's, if you when you watch me play the game, you'll notice that I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You want to switch between, and that's because the terrain matters so much.
Region
Yes. So if I were to go up like this, you just can't see all the trees and stuff. You can't get that
Yeah.
tactical view. So you want to be here sometimes. Sometimes you're going to want to be here, and then sometimes.
Yeah.
In fact, that was one in the last game we were playing. You could actually see where I went down and I took one group of units to capture. I had this pretty good sized army, and I used some of them to let's get that airfield going again. I split my army up so I could go and capture 2 regions at once.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something you're not going to be able to do from the strategic view.
I need to get that second army going too. All right, and this time I am absolutely going right. I'm just going to beeline it to the. Then I can confirm if it's crashing because I did that.
Sir,
Region captured.
That's big. It's like I am going to. First of all, we're going to create our Air Force. So for me, second force is my second control group is going to be my Air Force. I think I can go further east.
Roger.
I think procedurally generated maps is going to make all the difference, you know, with this game, because I always wish that there was more of that in traditional RTS games, because like you say, you can only play this, you know, those classic pre-generated maps so many times before you start understanding what's the optimal build for all of them. So I think this is going to be a bit of a game changer in terms of, you know, getting people sticking beyond just the campaign into, you know, funneling them into playing longer and maybe even turning into multiplayer gamers.
Right. There. I'm creating my become my third army. But I love the fact that you see just that 3 there, right?
Order received.
And they're assembling there. And they assemble wherever I am zoomed in on.
Commander,
So,
Yes, that's
like,
right.
one of the things that us old guys are like is like, how do I rally my guys? Like, if rally points, that is so much work. We're in a post-effort society. They rally to wherever you're looking.
Commander,
I like that.
And I
Post-effort
love it. I don't
society.
have to do anything. It's like I want my army to be here, and this is where, and so they will.
Yeah, they're going to, as you saw with those previous matches, those armies that Brad created at the start, they were still going at the end of the game, and so, you know, because of the auto replenish. So yeah, providing you pick your unit compositions right and you do move them around and make sure that they've all got objectives to complete, they'll be useful right through the game
Yeah.
without you having to go, oh, Army 1 just got absolutely destroyed, I'm going to have to reform. Now that will happen if you lose a decisive battle, but generally speaking, you know, armies are relatively self-sustaining, providing you've got the economy to do so.
I love the fact that I can just keep resupplying this little Air Force.
sir. Order received.
I really need some. I still don't have any radioactives.
Not at all.
No, there are no radioactives spawned near me, so that's interesting. I mean, they're out there somewhere.
Region captured.
Awaiting orders. We're on it. Ready for your
Well,
command.
nothing forces expansion like a lack of resources, let's say.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Army under attack.
But see, now I'm sending out my air unit here.
Army under
Right.
attack.
Yeah.
Army under attack.
Ah, there we are. Look.
Sir, we're on it.
That'd be
Army
hilarious if this map didn't spawn in with any radio. Oh no, there we go, right there.
Region
There you go.
captured.
You're a little bit limited on them though.
Army under attack. Rolling
So
out.
it put them out in the middle of the map to be fought over.
Awaiting
Yeah.
orders.
I love it though. I love the fact I didn't know where they were. I mean, that's like, I'm not used to that in an RTS. That's more of a 4X thing.
Region captured.
Yes, very much so. There's definitely some 4X inspiration in this game with the tech tree and, you know, the kind of shift away from the tier-based
Commander, army under
unit design or the tier-based sort of barracks, that kind of thing. This is it's very much got some elements of 4X design in here, I think.
Yeah.
Commander. Army, you heard the commander. Let's go. Awaiting orders.
I think that's another radioactive right there.
Awaiting orders. Rolling out.
Yeah, it is.
So when I click on a region, I want it to issue. Or when I click on a resource, I want it to highlight what region
Commander,
it's in.
order received.
See, if I have to click on this to see the region, I don't like that. I mean, I'm glad it does that, but I want to be. It should do that too if I click on that. That way I can tell if the resources, which region of resources.
Brett's still watching. I'll write that down, Brad.
Region under attack.
Oh shoot!
Awaiting orders. Ready
I have
for
no
your
one here.
command. Commander.
He's coming to my base. All right, we're gonna recruit.
Region captured.
They've come straight for you.
Yeah, I know. I'm noticing that. That would be hilarious if I died. It would not be. By the way, spoiler: it would not be hilarious if I died because of this.
I'd find it funny.
Region under attack.
Because I've been there, man. That's happened to me. Exactly what happened to
he
me.
literally just beelined over into my base. Crap! I'm gonna have to send him. I may not make it. That is so embarrassing.
I think you'll be okay.
Right into my base.
They've not brought enough, I don't think, to be able to defeat what you've got here.
I wish I had that turret now, or infantry drop.
Yeah.
Commander.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
Yeah, you say that.
I don't.
Army under attack.
Oh no, they've got another tank column coming in. Look, from the
I
south.
see it, I
They're
see it.
reinforcing.
Region lost.
That's good for your resources.
Well, what
as
I need to do is I need to cut him off so he can't use that region to reinforce.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I don't. There we go. All right, I didn't plan on having to have a fifth. That was really dumb though on my part.
Sir.
I didn't even recon the adjacent region.
Yeah, you generally want to get the circle around your home base kind of secured.
Yeah.
But I mean, on a
What a
small map
noob.
like this.
Ooh, and they killed 2 of my buildings.
Yeah. Fortunately, you've got a large stockpile of Durantium that you've not been spending.
I know. Well, we started the player out with too much too, which is a problem.
Engaging target. Ready for your command. You heard the commander. Let's go.
That was pretty
orders.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all
Yeah.
that radioactives. I need it.
Yeah, he's cut off, look.
All right, let's go back here and then build. I'm gonna need to build a supply depot, and I need to build
Region under attack.
research.
Excuse me.
We're going to also build a bunch of. Again, I wouldn't normally need this, but. And then we will verify if it crashes when I try to build a Titan.
Yeah.
Awaiting orders.
Alright, so you guys are going to come over here,
Yeah, on the back.
flank him.
Yeah. Those are really good for that. Although they don't stand up in a sustained fight against other leopards. Yeah, so
You are going to come over here and keep them busy. Sorry, you're all going to die. It's like Ender's Game.
Region under attack.
And then you come over here. Look at all those dead units. I love when I see these guys against PHC who have basically plasma weapons and stuff.
Awaiting orders. You heard the commander. Let's go.
Region under attack.
Yeah, so it's like
are we allowed to? Are we allowed to talk about the PHC much yet, Brad?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that for future?
Moving out.
no, we
future
can't.
videos? So those are going to be coming in a later update
Region under attack.
to this build at least.
Army under attack. Army under attack.
Oh my god.
Awaiting orders.
If it was me playing, I'd put lots more cavalier teams around your base. Just
Yes,
big
yes, yes,
swarms.
yes.
Sir.
There we go.
Well, you're not playing, are you? You're watching the
I'm not playing.
that stupid noob.
Enemy.
I wouldn't have survived this long, to be honest.
Oh no, not against easy, you'd be fine.
Yeah, probably.
I just am
I beat on
surprised.
normal the other day, but I don't know.
Yeah,
if it
we're
was
gonna
this
definitely have to.
particular
We
build.
are gonna be adding a novice level.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the fact though that I can. Do you see what I'm doing here? Though this is my which army? This is the first army, and I get to slowly build him up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
That's
such a
what you need.
game changer of gameplay.
Yeah. Also, you can deactivate the auto replenish as well. If you realize that your unit that you've got there is no use anymore, you can just let it die off, and then.
Or if you're like like I'm overspending, so
Army under attack.
you can also turn it off there,
Sir.
Yeah.
Army under
which is why it's not on by default. 'Cause you'll have a new players, and we'll have to have an option, right? But new players, they could quickly get overwhelmed.
orders.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Region captured.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
always
think
torn
that
on like.
one of the big.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go. I was going to say one of the big off-putting things I think for new players can be scale, but I think this game deals with scale very, very well in terms of the way that the way that you reinforce armies, the way that you control armies, everything. That scale's very, very well managed, I think, and I don't think it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah, and this is again so for the user who's wondering, for the player who wonders why don't you just play it like this with bugs? It's like this is why. Look at this.
Yeah.
I definitely need an option to like hold still and just stay here. That way, they're gonna stay up here and
Okay.
attack things from this hill here.
Units holding the position.
What's that?
You want an option for units to
Yeah, I
hold
need to
position.
definitely have. I want more than that. I want to fortify. Like I want to dig in. option.
Okay.
Ooh, here we go. All right, is the game gonna crash? Nope, it did not crash. All right, I'm going to try to build the Titan. Then let's see
Here we
what
go.
crashes. You ready? So I'm going to have the Titan, but be surrounded by infantry. Otherwise, the Titan is absolutely terrible
Under attack.
with infantry. See how my Air Force is doing.
So when you're fielding Titans, you want them swarmed with infantry, which means that enemy artillery and enemy bombers then become a problem for you. So you've got to figure out how to deal with them too, because that's one way of reducing the chaff that's around the Titan, that's protecting the Titan from you sniping it out with your missile tanks or whatever, the Orion. Again, there's a really nice synergy between all the units, and that's one of the bonuses I think of having a more constrained unit set.
Yeah, the units. Each
everything
unit
has-
has a very tight, and then with the tech tree, we can make those units get better and better. So if you want to know how to get your T2 and T3s, it's with the tech tree, and then your existing units just get better, and you don't have to
Yeah.
go, oh, I have to blow away all my units. All right,
Sir. Army under attack. We're on it.
there he is.
Here he comes.
Here he comes, walking down the street.
He's so big, he crashes the game. Nah, it looks like it's okay. Hey, you need some more supply though, Brad, if you want more of them.
Oh no! Oh, they eat up all my
Region lost.
supply.
Army under attack.
We're gonna definitely need a way of at a glance seeing how many. And I think the way we do it is with is there should be like almost like some sort of readout to tell me how much of the region, how many. Like at a glance, I need to be able to see
Army under attack.
if there's any
Region captured.
spots left on my region.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Army under attack.
yeah.
Because like I can't tell easily yet.
Okay.
Army under
I am writing down most of your
Ready for
feedback.
command. Under attack.
Yeah. Well, I've
I
already
think
left
Brett
Vegas Steam
was
review,
watching
so
it
it's
as
too late.
Commander.
Did you play it for 1,000 hours first?
Army under attack.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God.
Army under attack.
Anyway.
Go on. He's
Army under attack.
thinking.
Yeah, so the nice things
He's
about
a-
the Titans
he's
is...
yeah, he has to make sure he doesn't step on stuff,
Legion
which
under
is
attack.
come on. Which is
Yeah, so
another.
the
I mean, these
Titans are-
guys. That's the thing. It's a physics-based game. It's like you're going to, when you're picking your units, you have to think, well, how crowded is the area he's going into? Because then he has to be really careful.
Attacking enemy.
Yeah. Also consider, because the terrain's important and much of the UEF stuff is tracked or has 4 wheels. Only really the infantry and the Titan can easily get up into the hills over impassable areas. They can generally just kind of like,
Awaiting orders.
as long as there's not a hard, like a vertical cliff, they can actually get to the top of the hills a little bit quicker. So
Army under attack.
I don't think the PHC or Substrate are going to be so constrained though, because they've got hover tech.
Right.
So they're going to be able to hover over stuff.
Commander.
Oh, there's definitely a bug here. So the Titan is creating a problem, so I can't slow it down.
Ah,
All right, we're gonna kill this guy.
Yes, sir. Commander.
3, you're gonna do the same thing.
out.
It's a UI. The UI crashed, I think, under the covers. Right, 6.
Commander.
But here he goes. See, tracked units have the advantage of.
Army under attack. Commander. We're
Come on up.
Ready for your
There you
command.
go.
Yes, sir.
Come to the top of the hill. I'm king of the world.
Awaiting orders.
Region captured.
what weapon loadout has the Titan got now?
Yes.
Awaiting orders.
Okay.
Army under attack.
Yeah.
Order received.
And he's not even this isn't even his final form. There we go. But he has a Gatling guns. I don't think he has any anti-air on it. So he definitely has some vulnerabilities. But like, he will absolutely wreck tanks and stuff.
Enemy tanks, yeah. But he's
But
weak to the
other
cavalry.
infantry can do very bad things to him because he's still just one guy.
Yeah,
I
he
may
doesn't
have,
have a lot of
you know what?
splash
I
damage.
probably should have put more guys with him because he's
Gonna go down in the blaze of glory.
he's about to go out with laser. Yeah, he should kind of go out almost like with a nuclear. And he's not like a tier 3 unit. Well, he is a tier 3, but he's not like a juggernaut.
But you can build lots of them, so they're quite impressive when you've got like 5 or 6 of them stomping down with a tank column following them. It's very impressive. Here we go. Look, moving in on the enemy's HQ on the orange
Trying.
bar.
What I need to do is get some. Oops. Yeah, we definitely. I don't have the Godslayer tech.
Region lost. Region under attack.
Army under attack.
Region under attack.
Yeah, I've crashed the
Ready
UI.
for your command. Army moving
Region
out.
under attack.
We're on it. Moving out. Commander.
Now, this is a small size map. That's correct.
This is small. Yeah,
Yeah. So
this
the
is the
maps do
smallest
get
game
really big.
supports,
Sir.
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel
Region
that
under
small.
attack.
Roger.
No.
I mean, this is quite a few number of square. I don't know how many square miles it is, but
Army under attack.
oh, because the UI can't be, I'm slowly dying.
You
They
can
can't
if
it
you can
can't
quick save
replenish
it,
'cause the
Brad, you
UI's
might be able to
crashed.
Region under attack.
reloading
Region
it should.
under
Yeah,
attack.
so it definitely has some problems with the
Region
Titan.
Region captured.
Ready for your command.
Region under attack.
Sir. Roger that.
Region under attack.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Roger.
Region under attack.
All right. So I will slowly get pushed back.
It looks great though, doesn't it? It's really it's like, especially when you've got loads of units in the field, it just looks really, really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have full desert soon. I mean, and you know, we're updating the visuals constantly and stuff. I mean, there's so many things like this is. Yeah, I'm running. You know, I just realized I'm running at the low settings. Well, that's okay. I'm streaming. You want maximum perf?
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I've been taking shots of this for my videos and stuff, and it looks, especially when you ramp up the all the graphics settings, it looks the part, man. It's got the look.
It does, I mean, this almost looks like I'm just looking at a satellite image.
Yeah.
Or you know, not satellite, but you know.
Region captured.
Like a top-down
Region under
panoramic.
attack.
Sorry. Yeah, I get you.
Commander, Army
Region under attack.
moving out.
That red play is doing really well.
Army under attack. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I only have one army left. So this is kind of interesting. Because the UI crashed, I can't build new units. So I'm basically, it's like the...
Sir. Moving out.
Yeah, it's still a bit earlier in the development.
Awaiting orders.
Well, it's part, yeah. I mean, a UI crash is like pretty
Ready for your
straightforward.
command.
A Lua, it's basically a Lua script died.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Can I increase the speeds? Go fast. Look at him go!
Region under attack.
Oh, do you see the blood?
Yeah. Squishy humans leaving blood.
Dead humans.
Region under attack.
See if we got any more.
There we
questions.
go. So, all right. Well, let's see. I'm gonna exit out since I'm eventually gonna get pushed back anyways. Let's see if we go to main
Yeah.
menu. And we're actually over. We're 15 minutes over. So I don't know. Does people want us to build another game? Let's see. We're in main. Just eliminate game mode. Let's do a pre-built map. Do an inland sea. Easy.
There we go.
All right.
Commander, we're on it. Order
Oh, I'm
received.
back in the
How
snow.
long do games?
Engaging target.
How long would you say a game takes to play, Brad?
I would,
Generally speaking.
a typical game is like 30 minutes if it's a small map. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
a large map is like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Awaiting orders.
Sounds about right.
Attacking enemy.
So this is not meant to be like one of those, the game's over in 10 minutes. Like, well, when I come home from work and I want to play a game, I don't want to play a bunch of, I mean, I might as well play a mobile game, right? It's going to be like that.
Yeah, right. Or a fighting game or something, you know, like
Yeah. I mean,
But
if
at
I'm
the same
playing a
time, it's
strategy
not like a
game, I
massive-
mean, that's what I want to do. That's, I want to play
Awaiting orders. You heard the
I
command.
don't think
Yeah.
I captured
Let's
the
go.
strategy.
Engaging target.
That one's on fire. All right.
Oh, it's interesting how you get tech out early. That's not something I was considering doing.
Region
What's
captured.
that?
Oh no, sorry, I'm mistaking your tech building for your for the resource building.
No, I can't
That's
build
just
tech
ignore me,
until I
I'm
have,
just-
until I have radioactives.
Yeah, I'm being dense. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I thought it was like, Brad's going for the esoteric research first build. Like,
No, not until I get radioactives.
yeah.
Roger that. Ready for your command.
Oh,
Wow,
let's
yeah,
get
you can
out.
see the size difference in this map already between the that and the small one.
Oh, is this one a medium?
Yeah, big map,
Commander.
Yeah. This is
medium-sized map. I
yeah,
think.
it's a medium-sized map. Yeah, quite a bit more to it. But then again, I won't run into anyone right away. Let's
No.
get that airfield up.
I think we were playing on the medium-sized ones when we were doing the multiplayer testing, and I think the games are over about half an hour to about an hour. I think I'd say.
Oh, I doubt you get over it. Not unless you're beelining it, right? Because of this, like you will, especially once all the units are in, because there's a
Yeah.
unit called the Goliath coming for
Okay.
these guys. It's basically a giant Russian, it's just a giant Russian, tank's not even the right word.
Sir.
but it's essentially just goes very slow and it holds a region really well.
Okay, yeah.
Awaiting orders.
How many of those are in a squad? Is it just one? Is it like a single unit?
It's a single unit, so it's just a giant,
Region captured.
like I said, a giant tracked unit.
Gotcha.
Very, very slow.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah.
But you park them in, because like when you get these, you know, even at medium, you're starting flanking is a thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when you've got slower moving, like the infantry felt like this to me as well. Like if you put those as part of an assault force, you've got this kind of front that moves, and you know as they take casualties, they're going to be replenished, but you know from your barracks or whatever. But you know the front gradually moves forwards, but because it is a front, you know the army acts almost like a front. You can be flanked, right? And so you have to. That's why you want multiple armies. It might be tempting to have this big death blob, but it doesn't really work because smaller armies can just go around the side of you, capture your, capture your undefended territory.
And you'll never be able to supply them fast enough, right? If you go out and you get cut off, then you're not able to replenish your
Exactly.
and you can't just magically beam your forces back. But the cool thing is, like, I come over here, and
Army under attack.
let's see, I still don't have any radioactives.
Army under attack.
So, you know, I'm building up my infrastructure here, but remember, my units don't actually come from these buildings. They will come from whatever the corresponding building that's closest to the army requesting it.
Attacking
Yes.
enemy.
Region
There you
captured.
got some Ella right there. Look.
Yep, I see it. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Region captured.
Sir, order received.
This is cool as well because it's giving you. This is going to give you a sense of the scale when you've. Because in the smaller maps that we were using, we actually put 4 players on, so that's a knife fight, right? You're going to come up against the enemy very, very early. Whereas here, as you're going to see when Brad scouted out the map, there's a lot more space to expand, and so
Moving out.
there's a little bit more strategic planning involved about where you're going to set up your frontline bases. You know, how fast you're going to expand into the center of the map. Can I hold that area? I think in terms of RTS games, this really gets that kind of real war feeling across, where you know you do have to think about in terms of
We're on it.
you know overall map control, because it's all well and good you building a big death blob and moving towards the enemy in the center, but like I said, you can get flanked, and there's only so many resources that you can gain by moving around in one
Ready
army.
for your command. Commander. Sir. Moving out. Under attack.
All right, time to give him a little bit of air support.
Army under attack. Ready for your command. Commander.
Now, roundabout now, I'm expecting the AI to rock up with at least a scouting force.
I just realized that I really need to build some.
Region captured.
I'm just gonna put some flak batteries around.
Yeah,
Commander.
seems to deter the AI
Order
from
received.
just.
Well,
kind of
and
rushing
I'm doing the
in a few
exact same
bombers.
thing as last time. I had this big gap in my. I'm gonna go ahead and. I'm
Get
gonna make
some,
an armored
rifles plus and
division.
stuff. Oh, nice.
Right here, and then
Commander. Army under attack. You heard the commander. Let's go. Yes, sir. Commander. Yes,
you
sir.
come over here
Roger
because
that.
there seems to be.
We're on it. You heard the commander. Let's go. Moving out. Sir. Yes,
Let's
sir.
go check see if we've got any more questions.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Sir.
Oh, I need a air superiority.
Commander.
Ah, there we go. So you get the thunderbolt.
Awaiting orders. Under attack.
Yeah.
Region captured.
Army under attack.
Oh, look at that. I'm just out of stuff.
Commander.
I love how you can see the trail, you know, the tracks of your tracked vehicles. I
Yeah.
think that's really cool. It looks really nice.
Yeah, until the snow covers it.
Yeah.
Region captured.
There we go. That's a nice region.
Yeah, now you've got all the resources. Except the Durantium. Which you would look very low on.
Oh, I don't control this region.
Engaging target. Engaging
Ah.
target. Moving out. Sir.
Ah, here they come, see?
Enemy units.
Enemy. Roger that.
What have they
Yeah.
brought?
Yes, sir. Army under
Scouts.
attack. Commander.
Yeah, I really need to
Yes,
get...
sir.
I need to have
Order
some more
received.
coverage over
Roger
here.
that.
Yeah.
Moving out. Moving out.
And then, I don't have any... I have no radioactive still.
Army under
There
attack.
we go.
Commander.
Region captured.
There's your armored division.
Roger that.
Yep.
Attacking enemy.
There. Yeah, this is where...
Yeah.
Oops. Drop tour... Oh, I don't control the... Oh, I don't control this region.
Logistics
Not yet. Clearly.
Region captured.
And then you can just drop yourself.
Yeah, we need a fat...
Yeah.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm out of supply.
So many things to manage.
Oh, yeah, so
But
many.
look,
It is...
now you've got the
It is
elevator,
nice. So can you
uh,
imagine though, if I was having to go around and I'm out of supply and I'm having to find an engineer, a builder unit? I mean, like, oh
Yeah,
my God,
yeah.
that would be so annoying.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's the game. It's the real thing is looking for the idle worker button. You know, using the idle worker button to go and do a thing instead of, and then just doing it wherever it's most instead of being able to go and, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I do sometimes wonder if part of the reason why the RTS genre died a death for a while was because so many more people, you know, were coming into playing them. But the older games are a high skill cap, I think, and you know, in terms of the your attention. As a
I don't think
resource.
it's skill. I don't consider it skill to be able to go and be super fast at, you know, to have to click to. I don't think clicking on things fast is a skill. Like being
Well,
able to
not
go
really,
and build your economy and being able to know where to put your units and oh, and I keep doing the auto replenish.
I'd argue
I
it's
think
a
that's
skill,
where-
but it's
I think
not a
that's
skill
where the
that's very fun for most people. I think, like, you know, most people aren't going to want to spend 2 or 3 hours practicing, you know, with resource management like they would in Brood War. You know, I think that's like I looked at getting good at Brood War a few years ago, and in order to even get the resource management down, you've got to practice over and over, and you know, it's very much it stops being a game at that point. I think it becomes like a job.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very high barrier to entry for a lot of players. I mean, obviously you don't need to play like that to that level of StarCraft, but you know, in terms of
I think having to where if I'm battling the interface or you know, how quickly,
Yeah.
like if like the game needs to decide what it wants to be.
Region
Like if you're a strategy
Yes,
game,
yeah.
then be a strategy game. Don't be
Yeah.
how fast can I go and click on the little builder unit. And that was what I was getting at. It's
Yeah.
like I don't want to have
yeah,
to,
I agree. Yeah.
like I don't want to have to go and find the builder. Like in Ashes 1, if I wanted to build on here, I'd have to go find a builder wherever that is and then build it. You know, come over here and build it. It's like I don't want to do that. That's one of the things we learned in Sins of the Solar Empire is that I see
Yeah.
this, I want to be able to click on this, and then you know the builders will come over to it. And I don't. I mean we don't even right now. We don't even have you select them. I mean I don't know what would be the
No.
purpose, but
Army under attack.
No, I don't think anything's lost in the gameplay from that either. You know, especially for this kind of game.
Region
I think if
captured.
you're only gaining really from that kind of automation.
Right. Yeah, because this is about what you build, where you put it, how you position things, and
Yeah.
it's definitely not. I don't think anyone watching us play would go, "Well, this is a casual game now," because I don't. You're not hearing me, clicking, click, 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 really fast. Like in, I was Diamond 1 in StarCraft 2, and I mean my APM was like 140, and
Under attack.
that is a lot. 104. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
typing. You're typing
It is,
very
yeah.
fast.
Awaiting orders.
But like I say, it's a different kind of game then, isn't it? It becomes almost like it's almost like an action game, and I think that that is that's a high barrier to entry for most people. I think when they even just knowing that level of skill exists can be enough to put someone off playing it, because you don't need to have 140 actions per minute to play StarCraft, right? But still, when you if you hear that that's what people are doing, I think that can be enough to put some people off playing. But I agree with you. There's always a little worry in my heart when somebody says a game's been streamlined, because sometimes some games that means it's just got dumber, right? And I don't think that's the case here at all.
Well,
That's certainly not
I
what
don't
I'm
think
seeing.
anyone's going to play this and say this game's been dumbed down, right? It's like
No, I don't think so.
like that. The strategic depth now of these regions, and I'm like, do I build? How many of my eggs do I put in? Because now being able to build
Yeah.
forward bases and having that mean something is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a territory and resource management game as much as it is, a military conquest thing. Because, sure, like I say, you can always do the micromanagement of your individual units if you want to get that into it, and if you're in a tight situation, you might need to. But also the armies are also a little bit there because they automatically replenish. If you set them up if you get the right constituents of you get the right units in there, they are reasonably self-sufficient. And it will take the enemy, you'll take your opponent to look at what you've got and go, I need to think how to defeat that. He's brought a load of artillery. How do I beat the artillery? Because they're killing all my, my infantry, for example.
I just realized.
I'm actually looking.
For our guys, one click. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was a bug. One click to select, two to center.
Okay, yep.
Region under
But I'm gonna
attack.
make another. I need the gun. Where's the damn gunship? There it is. What about this one? Armory. Yeah, that actually we have it kind of a bug. You're able to get the armory without having to search and attack.
Region under attack.
Sir. Awaiting orders.
Right. So now I can actually put. Oh no, I don't have the.
Oh, one of your regions flashing red on the minimap.
What?
Army under attack.
Oh, you're losing a. Look at that. The
Oh!
AI's brought tanks. It's going straight for your home base.
I see that. Hold on. We're gonna need to make a new bat.
Region lost.
We don't need aircraft. That's embarrassing.
Sorry, got teams pinging at me.
All right, I'm gonna send my. Wait, what is? I forgot. No, not 6. Wait, I forgot what is 6. Oh, he's dead. I
Region
forgot
under
to.
attack.
Oh, gosh. I'm definitely gonna have that on by default.
Commander.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting pushed on by green and red now.
Under attack.
Yeah, we're gonna cut him off over here.
Yep.
Sir.
We need more armies.
Sir.
We're gonna put these guys up on the hill.
You heard the
Yeah.
commander. Let's go. Army under attack.
Nice place for
So
artillery.
what I want is that I want to make sure that the infantry guys,
Under attack.
especially the cavaliers, if I put them up on a mountain like this, and there's guys here that they can do some very bad things, and that's another advantage of infantry.
Yeah. I like the idea of what you were saying, that if you could kind of
I
dig
might
in,
actually die.
I think.
Awaiting orders.
Oh no.
Awaiting orders. Army under attack. Roger that.
Ooh, it's looking sketchy.
I need this unit to attack ground.
Yeah.
Sir?
I'm too far. Everything else is too far away.
Commander?
Ah, you didn't defend your base.
Rolling out.
Isn't it great though? The AI will push forwards and it sees, a weakness and it will go for it.
The only
think it's-
words I hear is that it's a dumb game for jerks.
I didn't say that.
Because if they don't
Look,
get here
it-
soon, I'm
it
gonna
knows
lose.
what's
I'm
target as
actually, I'm actually gonna lose because of this. I can't believe it. They flanked me and came in.
They pushed right through your territory. They pushed from that corner.
Oh, and
And
I'm out of supply.
Yeah.
Region lost.
Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Army under attack.
Oh no. I think it's too late. I don't think there's anything
Too
we can
late.
do.
I can't do anything. If this unit could just
Yeah. Yeah, you,
if
you were
I
defending
had
with your,
selected
from-
close air support, I could have. Yep, I lost.
You lose.
I love it. Oh my god, that's and we're at once. We're out of time, but that is a great way. What a great way to end it, though. So
Absolutely,
seeing the
yeah.
AI outflank me and come in and take me out because I got too cocky.
Exactly. Your greedy play will be punished.
Hoisted on my own petard for all the world to see. So yeah, that is the United Earth forces. The Americans and the Russians and the Chinese and the Germans and the British and everyone cobbling together their best and brightest units together into one force to deal with the PHC, which I'm hoping in January after the Christmas we'll be able to show them going up against the PHC, which will be very entertaining. Because as cool as that was a mirror match, which is,
Yep.
if you think about it, most mirror matches are just dreadful, right? And here it was actually pretty entertaining.
Well, it's because all the units, like I say, they all have their purpose, right? And there might, there's a limited number of them, but they have infinite combination. And, so it's that's where the gameplay is. I think if you can get the gameplay fun, even in a mirror match, you're doing something right. I think there's the foundations for a great game there. So I'm dead interested to see the PHC because I've not seen them yet either. So
Yeah, they are. Well, if you played Ashes 1, they'll be familiar. We're having to recreate the units for the new engine, but we're trying to keep them looking as similar as we can. We kind of did that with Sins too. All the units in Sins 2, we're trying to change them a little bit more than we did in Ashes 1, than we did in Sins. And Sins of the Solar Empire 2, we actually went through and painstakingly remade the ships for the new engine to try to make them look as close as we could. And people was like, "Oh, you just use the same assets as the first one." Like, no, they're actually remade from scratch.
Well, I think the difficulty there, Brad, is if you're not working with an established IP that people know, like if you've got a Star Wars game or something, everything's iconic, everyone knows the IP. But if you have your own IP that you've worked to make, that if you keep changing the units every game, it doesn't really get any identity. And I think that was possibly part of what Ironclad were going for there. I think it was pretty successful because, I know what a cold battleship is now.
Right.
I can visualize what it looks like.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because if we were doing a Star Trek game and we made no one would complain if we made the Enterprise look like the Enterprise. But people are like, the cold battleship, you just use the same assets. Like, well, no, it's like literally 10 times as many triangles, and the texture's been completely remade, and it has two more shader maps on it and stuff. But all right, well, anyways, we're running over, but that was pretty awesome. And we measure people's interest based on wish lists. So we highly recommend and ask you to get you and your friends and your pets and their pets' friends and total strangers that you just randomly meet to go and wish list the game. And we will be updating with new journals, I think, this week.
Yep.
All right. Well, good to
Thanks.
see you,
Thanks a lot,
Benjamin.
Brad.
All right. We'll talk soon. Well, we will talk very soon. All right. Bye, everybody.
Yep. See ya.